I'm Jodi Temyer with PaintSquare News. We're here in Orlando, Florida at SSPC 2014. This year, SSPC inaugurated a new award, the Women in Coatings Impact Award, and I'm here with the two recipients of that award, Alison Kaelin and Lana Ponsonby.
My name is Lana Ponsonby. I work in shipbuilding. I am a coatings trainer. I teach the surface preparation and application courses at a shipyard in Virginia.
And I'm Alison Kaelin. I am with AB Kaelin LLC, my own company, and I've been working in this business approximately 25 years as a combination of a regulator, environmental health and safety specialist, coatings inspector, and quality assurance auditor.
Could you discuss some of the elements and behaviors that you think would help women have a positive impact in the industry?
Women need to set goals first. I started my career in 1985, and my first job was power tool cleaning what they could not blast out of a used sewage tank. So on the first day, if I was going to quit, it would have been that day. So what kept me from quitting was I had long-term and short-term goals that I knew I needed to keep that job. What the pros and cons are of this industry. If I quit, what are the consequences? And what are the consequences if I stay, if I make this a career? And my grandmother used to say, if you want something worthwhile in life, you have to stick with it. So persevering is, vital to your success in any career.
Awesome. I don't even know if I can match that answer, but anyhow. When I started in this business, I was one of the very, very first women doing field coatings work. And one of the things that I've taken from that in terms of how to be successful, and it may be a little bit dated, but I don't think so, is the first thing you have to do is that you can prove that you can do what your male counterpart can do. Especially if you're in a physical profession, you have to be able to do it. Mm-hmm. The second thing you have to do is distinguish yourself from what your male counterpart can do, and be able to express what you bring to the job as a woman and as an individual, and almost a value added to that original equality, if you will. Because in many cases, sometimes we still have to show a little bit more than the average fella. Sometimes we have to work a little harder, be a little more visible to get equal recognition. And I think starting out with be equal and then be different is so important.
Are there any particular elements that you've used before to inspire women to move ahead in their careers?
I would say that mentorship is extremely important. That first day I would have gotten, I think, more discouraged if one of the women who had finished her apprenticeship and she was an inspector and she took the time to come down to the job and show me some pointers and give me some goals. She let me know this is, as you progress through your career, you gain technical knowledge, and so that mentorship, that making personal connections helps you see those consequences and helps you stay, stick with it in the industry. I agree with you. You have to know your job. You have to learn everything about that job because they'll throw questions at you to see if you understand the equipment, the process, and do you really know what you're doing?
Very similar to Lana, I really firmly believe that the way you succeed in this business is learn, speak, publish, present, come to conferences like this, and be yourself. I'm not a typical coatings professional, I never have been, but what I've been able to be is a very good Alison Kaelin and carry my strengths, hopefully, into my business and everything I do. The other thing is you have to be true to yourself. You have to be honest, you have to know what your ethics are and what your boundaries are, and when you cross them, you have to decide not to cross them and make hard decisions about what you're going to do in your career and your choices.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of individual careers, what do you think women can do to make a more positive impact on the culture of the coatings industry?
Ethics was a big part of that. I loved hearing you say ethics because we have to set the quality of the job high, and our own personal ethics have to be high, because it will trip you up every time. And if you try to portray yourself as something you're not, it's very easily seen. So, and again, it's so important to understand the technical aspects of the job.
I think that women bring a different skill set to the coatings industry. And I think that's also a very important factor. Working in environmental health and safety, one of the things I saw as a woman and working with other women professionals is we have a little different ability to juggle tasks. We're a little bit more multifaceted. Oftentimes we look at a problem completely different than our male counterparts, and when we learn to bring that in as a strength as opposed to being afraid that because it's different it might not be accepted, I think it adds a whole new dimension to the coatings industry.
I think we gather information and troubleshoot better.
Yeah, and especially if you're a mom or an aunt or a parent, you learn a whole lot of different skill sets in dealing with that, and you bring them to work with you.
I've noticed that the women tend to be more proactive to keep problems from happening on a job rather than reacting when problems show up.
Oh,
So.
I like that, and I absolutely agree.
Well, thank you both very much, and congratulations on being the first recipients of the new award.
Thank you, I'm very honored.
Thank you. I am also. It's such an honor. And there are so many women that are capable. It's just unbelievable that I'm, one of the recipients. So.
Same at you.
For more information, you can visit www.paintsquare.com.